everyone, and welcome to this community health assessment. My name is Erica, and I chose Biddeford, Maine for my assessment because I first moved to Biddeford after I was accepted to the University of New England in 2014. Since then, I have had the opportunity to live in the downtown Biddeford area and Biddeford Pool, where I now reside. Biddeford, Maine is located in York County with a population of 21,277 people. The city of Biddeford is 59.08 square miles and has 28.99 square miles of water frontage with natural boundaries. Situated next to Casco Bay in the Gulf of Maine, Biddeford boasts a diverse geography from a rolling hillside, urban settlement, and coastal sprawl. Biddeford's earliest settlers were the Wabanaki-Abenaki people in the 18th century. However, the men credited with the European settlement of the land were Ferdinando Georges and Richard Vines in 1616. Early exports included lumber and fish. Throughout the 1740s, lawyers were attracted to the town to work on real estate and business needs and land and water claims. The 1840s and 50s were an exciting time for Biddeford, which included the opening of the steam railroad, the first bank, first fire company, first high school, first newspaper, first city directory, first textile mills, and French-Canadian immigrants. This growth helped transition the town into a city in 1855. During the 1900s, Biddeford experienced even more rapid growth, making it a true urban area. City water was established along with electric lights and an electric street railway, along with a thriving art scene. By 1910, Biddeford was the fourth largest city in Maine. When war broke out in 1941, the city was busy with the production of war goods in its mills. After the war, many large manufacturers moved out of Biddeford and down south to Georgia and Alabama, where labor was cheaper and the raw materials were more readily available. Many residents attribute the closure of these large-scale manufacturers with what is referred to as the brain drain, or movement of educated young professionals out of the Biddeford area. Throughout the 1980s and 90s, wages in the city remained low, and those who once worked in the mills became underemployed, and those who obtained an education left the city. Around the 1950s, small businesses created opportunities throughout the downtown area. Over the last 15 years, Biddeford is once again on the rise economically, despite rising crime rates. The former mill buildings have been refurbished into modern apartments, boutique manufacturers, and small businesses. Who makes up the city of Biddeford? Males make up 47.5%, females 52.5%. Those less than age 5 make up 2.7% of the population. Ages 19 to 64 make up 60.6%, and those greater than age 65 make up 9.1%. Whites make up 94.8% of the population, blacks 1%, American Indians 0.5%, and Asian Americans 1.7%. Persons without health insurance under the age of 65 is 10.7%, and the unemployment rate in Biddeford is 18.1%. The average household size is 2.3 persons, and total families make up 57.8% of the population. Owner-occupied housing units make up 49.2%, and renter-occupied housing units make up 50.8%. The average home value is $200,000. To get to know the city a bit better, we should take a drive. Starting at Mechanic Falls, we enter into the city from Saco. We pass the mill buildings on our left, and on the other side of the road is a line of vacant buildings and a tattoo parlor. Soon we are in the heart of downtown. The buildings range from vacant and worn down to full of business and renovated. Colorful graffiti covers the sides of one of the buildings. Coming soon signs hang in the windows, and people smoke outside small food businesses that just opened where one closed. Soon we reach the Getty, a gas station that no longer sells gas. Instead, it sells 50% off glassware, and cigarette promotions hang in the windowsills. Employees take a smoke break adjacent to the building. Slowly the houses get closer together and the buildings look worn down. Crisp French flags hang from the door frames. Sidewalks line the streets, and we come across an open field which turns into baseball and football fields. We've reached Biddeford High School. Turning down South Street, we pass more open fields and Southbridge Rehabilitation Center. The streets are empty and scattered with litter, cigarette butts, lottery tickets, a single shoe. We come across an elderly woman walking the streets pushing a shopping cart. The car in front of us slows down to wave, and the woman waves back. We pass 3 cop cars heading back in town, and once again the houses get closer and more people are walking the streets. A young family pushes their infant daughter past the courthouse, and city trucks hangs Christmas lights on the side streets. We head onto Pool Road, passing churches, flower shops, and sub shops. We pass a playground where a few young men pass around a basketball in the courts. A cop sits in the parking lot. On the left-hand side of the road bears a glimpse of the Saco River. We pass an ice skating rink and a daycare. The houses are well kept and undergoing renovation. The river kisses the left and the deep woods hugs the right. We pass new developments and an abandoned building with a keep out sign posted. St. Andre's Nursing Home comes into sight and a local farm harvests hay. We pass a boat launch and more developments. Streetlights line the road, and we pull into the University of New England campus. The culture of Biddeford. Biddeford has a heavy French-Canadian influence. Language other than English spoken at home is 15.5% of the population, and foreign-born make up 4.2%. Parks and recreations are abundant in Biddeford, including beaches, boating, fishing, playgrounds, ball fields, tennis courts, hiking trails, and parks such as the Rotary Park and Clifford Park. They also have an East Point Sanctuary, an Audubon Conservatory. Current community events include the Biddeford Saco Art Walk, the Locker Mess Franco-American Festival, and Winterfest. Recreational activities also include 2 ice skating rinks, a YMCA, and the MacArthur Library. Social class and education. High school graduate or higher, those who are over the age of 25, make up 89.3% of the population. Those who obtained a bachelor's degree or higher, again over the age of 25, are 22.9% of the population. Persons in poverty, again, is quite high at 18.1%, and persons working who are 16 years of age or older are 68.7% of the population. The median household income is $45,729. Total businesses of Biddeford are 761. There is 1 kindergarten, 1 elementary school, 1 middle school, 2 high schools, 2 adult educational centers, 1 Catholic school, 1 Christian school, and 1 university, the University of New England. Politics and government. Biddeford boasts a council mayor administrator, which the mayor has broad powers of administration and appointment and legislation. The council meets on the first and next to last Tuesday of every month. There are 9 city council members. The mayor is Alan Cassavant, and the city manager is James Bennett. Current requests for proposal include the engineering and architectural design services. Crime rates. Currently, Biddeford has some of the highest rates in the state. These statistics are per 100,000. Murders are 2 this past year. Rapes 17, robberies 15, assaults 70, burglaries 111, thefts 754, violent crimes. Biddeford boasts a 305.3, and the U.S. average is 202.6 for the year of 2015. The economic status of Biddeford. The city's income is highly dependent on the retail trade and healthcare and social assistance. Many of Biddeford's economics come from the bigger shops such as Walmart, Martin's, and also from smaller mom and pop stores. Health resources are quite abundant in Biddeford. There's 1 local hospital, Southern Maine Medical Center, 12 primary care offices, 1 emergency department, 1 emergency medical service, 1 behavioral health clinic, 16 dentists, 3 orthodontists, 12 optometrists, 4 fitness centers, 1 women's health clinic. The largest health concern for Biddeford currently is the heroin addiction and overdose outbreak. This leads into the nursing diagnosis. The nursing diagnosis for Biddeford for this assessment is a health problem of heroin addiction among the population of Biddeford, Maine, related to the decreased availability of non-prescription narcotics as manifested by increased heroin-related emergency room visits and death rates. One long-term goal for this community is to decrease the number of overdoses and death among Biddeford citizens from heroin by 50% in the next 5 years. 2 short-term goals include education at the hospital and school level, and to form community support groups to provide support and reliability among members. In order to obtain these goals, 4 interventions have been placed. First, we will open a methadone clinic. Second, we will initiate a needle exchange program. Thirdly, form the Angel Initiative. And fourth, hold monthly open forums. To evaluate our interventions, the effectiveness of the above to evaluate the effectiveness of the above interventions, there will be a small committee formed to analyze hospital records for overdose and or death related to heroin/opioid every 6 months. During this review, the committee will analyze the qualitative data of the Angel Initiative and open forums, noting recurring topics, questions, and concerns, and reassessing interventions based on findings. Monthly evaluations, will be performed by the committee to review the number of participants in the needle exchange program and methadone clinic. With the education done in the hospitals and schools about the repercussions of opioid addiction and the resulting state, that being death, along with the monthly open forums of support, there will be a drastic reduction of heroin-related deaths per year, where it will be recorded by hospital records and committee reviews. Thank you for watching this community health assessment on Biddeford, Maine. I really appreciate your time and I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.